and welcome in Lacrosse fans. You are watching the 2022 World Lacrosse Women's World Championship as we finished up the anthems here for Argentina and Jamaica, about to square off here on the lower field at Towson, Maryland. Beautiful day here, folks. It is just 77 degrees, partly cloudy, a north wind. It's just an amazingly wonderful day for lacrosse. No. Our players to watch today are coming shortly, and they are. For Argentina, we're going to profile number 9, Greta White. She has 9 goals and 3 assists in 12 points. As we wrap up these national anthems, there's such reverence, I'm trying to be quiet. And there's Greta White for you. There are lots of fans on both sides. Jamaica, our player to watch, number 5, Cara Jade Gordon. Get a good look at Cara Jade there. Not only is she leading the team in goals scored, she also leads the team in draw controls, 13 draw controls. So number 5 will be pivotal for Jamaica, as will number 9, our players to watch, Greta White. And when we come back, we'll have the opening draw control. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the 2022 Women's World Cup here on ESPN.
Recognized and played by all countries worldwide and is an Olympic sport. To keep up with World Lacrosse's members and champions,
every player knows the skills you learn on the field can be the foundation for anything you choose to do in life.
Thank you for the sweat, the tears, the pride, and for the celebration we share.
When I reach for a stick, it's like I'm shaking hands with history. Thank you for connecting me to a greater community.
It's more than a game to me. It's a gift to be a positive force in young athletes' lives. And I'm thankful I can help the next generation develop a love for the sport.
When I was his age, those moments on the field meant everything. Thank you for giving us a way to stay connected, even as they get older.
We're growing beyond goals on the field.
And our futures are united.
You give me the opportunity to fuel aspirations
and to ignite potential.
So thank you, lacrosse.
For inspiring me to be me.
We are better,
safer,
and wiser together.
And we're building a stronger future for everyone.
It's coming.
And welcome back in. You're looking at the draw control circle. Our officials today, speaking with each team's captains. Always a good idea to mention our officials. They are Annika Altenheim. She will be our lead official. Nicole Voicey, Jessica Borghoff, and Sane Visser will be our table official. So we have Jamaica, and in goal, I've noticed starting, they have 2 excellent goalkeepers. One from Towson, Maryland, right here, hometown, Alejandra de Jesus, number 4. She will not be starting. Instead, they will be going with number 29, Candela Silguera, the goalkeeper at Lomas de Zamora, Buenos Aires. And obviously, your goalkeepers are going to be pivotal, and you're looking at Jamaica's goalkeeper, Shannon Graham. And Shannon Graham has been terrific so far in this tournament. Shannon Graham comes in with a 12.75 goals against average, and Silguera 12.7. I mean, just identical. So I'm not expecting a really high scoring matchup here, each team. Jamaica averages 4.75 goals per game, whereas Argentina averages 7.67. So, but guess what? Stats don't tell the whole story. We don't know what's going to happen, but we're going to tell you some amazing stories as we go about here. About to do the opening draw, I want to talk about each head coach briefly. Karen Healy-Silcott, number 12, is a player coach. I believe she's the only one. I haven't seen any. We are here on day 8 of the World Lacrosse Women's World Championships here. 29 nations converging here in our backyard in Towson, Maryland, at Towson University. As we can hear the cheers from Jamaica, spirited and getting ready. Both teams making their very first appearance here in the World Lacrosse Women's World Championships on ESPN. Thank you, ESPN, for over 100 games elevating and lifting this awesome world sport of lacrosse, the fastest game on 2 feet. I'm so thrilled to see Argentina here and Jamaica for the first time. Let's see them shine today on this world stage here provided to us. Welcome in all the viewers from Jamaica, and welcome in all the viewers from Argentina around the world. Number 22 will step into the draw control circle, and we've called her name a lot, Sophia Michael. Sophia out of Crofton, Maryland, not too far from here in Anne Arundel County, about 25 miles here. I'm sure her family is sitting to my left. Sophia playing her college ball at Ashland University. Sophia coming in with 10 goals, 1 assist for 11 points. That's just one behind our player to watch, Greta White. The two of them, Greta White, number 9, Sophia Michael. Keep your eye on them. And for Jamaica, in the draw control circle, it looks like number 24, and that would be Jada Williams. Jada Williams, the midfielder from Kingston, Jamaica. She plays out of the University of West Indies. Here we go for the draw control. Sticks level. The ball must legally travel over the head for it to be a legal draw. About to get started here for the critical 3v3 battle inside the restraining line. Here's a 50-50 ground ball. Who's gonna get it? Who's gonna get it? The ground ball, the wanted stat still. And Jamaica wins the first draw control. And that's number 14 with the ball. That's Felicia Dixon. No foul call yet. There's the battle of the 10s. Far side. And the ground ball picked up by Argentina. Milena Eastertz out of Pembroke Pines, Florida. Milena. Number 18, Sofia de Gross gives it up. And Argentina's in for their very first possession. 6v6 in that attacking third in international play. Sticks up for Jamaica. Good fundamental defense. Sticks up, young ones. For all the young women, girls watching. Good fundamentals. And Sophia Michael directing traffic for Argentina. Everything matters today, folks. These women are playing for their countries. They're doing their heart and soul on the field. Michael behind cage. Here comes Sophia. And there is a shovel shot from Sophia Michael. Just got past Shannon Graham, the goalkeeper for Jamaica. Argentina takes a 1-goal lead. And I'm sure you can hear the chants. And soon Jamaica will be up chanting. And the fans of Jamaica, the fans of Argentina, all here at Towson, Maryland. If you're nearby, come on out. 29 nations converging here. The best lacrosse players in the world. We're lifting up these elite athletes here in person and on ESPN. That looks like Megan McDonough, assistant coach for Jamaica. We mentioned Karen Silcott, number 12. She's waiting on the attacking end. Karen Healy Silcott, number 12 for Jamaica, player, coach. Thank you, Karen, for your service. Anytime the cross goes and touches the head, it's a card. And that will be a card as Argentina will go a man up. Listen, they don't have armor on. They don't have equipment to protect themselves. The cross may not touch the head and neck area. If it does, automatic, no matter who you are, that is a 2-minute penalty as Argentina will go woman up here, 6 against 5. And you'll see Karen Healy Silcott, number 12 on the ball. Karen is the head coach at Howard University, played her ball at Syracuse University, and a shout out. Karen was an assistant coach at the University of Massachusetts in Amherst, a fine institution. My alumna. Here comes Karen talking about her. They call that a legal stick check from behind, and it is. Karen taking a tumble. And again, an international rule, you must stop your feet, you must return to the place of the foul. The fouling player must be 4 meters, which is how many American feet, you ask? 13 feet. That certainly gives the attacker enough room to get a head start, which is the penalty for fouling her. All right, here comes Sophia Michael from Crofton, Maryland. Argentina comes into the contest at 1-5, Jamaica 0-4. Free position shot here for Argentina. Shannon Graham sets for Jamaica. Number 18 for Argentina, that's Sophia Gross. Does she shoot on goal? Does she pass it? She shoots, and a save by Shannon Graham from Jamaica. Her play is going to be critical here today. Argentina works her, oh, there's a behind the back shot by our player to watch, number 9. Greta White. Jamaica will gain possession and attempt to clear. One stat that jumped out at us to begin is Argentina has scored 46 goals in this tournament. Now, they have played an extra game. Jamaica only has 19 goals. So Jamaica's going to need to score. And here's Greta White over. Good defense again by Jamaica. Felicia Dixon making it difficult for Greta White. For all you young ones out there watching, you've already seen a behind the back goal. The ball will be given to Shannon Graham as she distributes from the goal circle. How to score goals, keep an eye on perhaps Sophia Michael and Greta White, but Charlotte North of the USA, head fakes high, goes low, stick fake high, goes low. Be deceptive, change your levels, and that is how you can become a more prolific goal scorer. If your stick is high and you shoot high, a goalkeeper says, I know where that's going. And then the other thing is velocity. Work on your velocity. As number 1 a prolific scorer for Argentina is Mercedes O'Neal out of Manchester, the United Kingdom. Mercedes, Greta White is our player to watch, Sophia Michael, all important pieces, spokes of the wheel that score here for Argentina. And that's number 8. Okay, and the referee is making a motion with her arm for dangerous follow-through. And it being a defensive player, it might be a dangerous slash. You are not...
Yellow card on Jamaica, number 11, Alicia Davis.
Number 11, Alicia Davis will go for 2 minutes. And again, Argentina up 1-0. Have to be careful. Defensively, you just cannot wield that stick. And there's another shovel pass. Shovel shot, excuse me, by Sophia Michael. Team Argentina goes up 2-0. Sophia Michael with her second goal of the day. You know what, and the shovel shot is somewhat deceptive.
Number 22.
A goalkeeper is
Sophia Michael, unassisted.
Very used to watching where's the stick head.
7:57 in the
We've got a whistle here at 7:38 to go. A timeout here, I believe, by Jamaica, or it could be a hydration break.
Fans, make sure to stop by the fan village.
Each team gets 2 timeouts.
That's United Stadium.
And there will be hydration breaks.
A variety of vendors, retail,
even though it's probably level 1, we've been at level 2 last week. 102 real feel on 94 degrees air temperature. And I mentioned at the top, it is cloudy. It's still humid. It's like over 90% humidity, which obviously raises the temperature a bit. But for the most part, it is pretty darn delightful in comparison to where we've been. Now, we're all just sitting over here enjoying the games. They're out there running, working hard, sweating. So they still need hydration breaks, and I'm in support of it. I think we should see more and more of that. Dehydration is a big, big problem. It is the cause of lots of cramping. It's the cause of pulled muscles. You need to be pre-hydrating before you even get to the field, young ones. Water and salt before you get there. It's too late if your calves and quads are cramping. And too late in the fact that you're going to have to sit over that sideline. You're going to have to consume water and salt. Meanwhile, your coach is not having your services. So we take hydration breaks. And honestly, I have not seen too many injuries here. And we're on day 8. I believe this is game 16 for me. So what a fun week it's been, though. It's been so exciting to watch. Look at Team Jamaica. So fun, so spirited. All of their fans are here cheering, as is Argentina. The flags are flying from the tents. You come into the very entrance of Johnny Unitas complex, and there are 30 flags. Unfortunately, Uganda, the African nation, could not be with us. They had some visa issues, but they are with us in spirit. If you go to World Lacrosse Twitter, they sent this adorable video of them dressed up in their colors as if they were here for opening games. And we need to continue to raise the profile of lacrosse across the globe, and they are dearly, dearly missed here. Start of the 4th quarter, 9-6, the Netherlands over China in a good matchup at Johnny Unitas Stadium on the big stage. And every country has had an opportunity to be on the big stage in the big stadium. And here, Team Argentina cheering, the fans. Draw control. Sticks must be parallel with the ground. Wait for the referee's whistle. Ball must go over the head at legal and right into Team Jamaica's stick as they head quickly right on the goal. What speed! Terrific shot, great save. Silguera from Argentina with the save. But that was a beautiful Karina Mahorn from Oshawa, Ontario, Canada. Playing at a Detroit Mercy, a Division I program. Great change of pace by Karina. Using her speed to beat her defender easily, I might add. I know one thing, Team Jamaica's in good hands with Coach Karen Healy-Silcott. Jamaica taking their time. There's Coach Karen Healy-Silcott, player coach that is, calling the set play, number 1, and you're about to watch it. Pass, pick away. There's Coach Silcott, and she shoots and scores! Coach Karen Healy-Silcott for Jamaica cuts the lead in half. Argentina 2, Jamaica 1. And we'll come back and do it all over again in the draw control circle with Sophia Michael, number 22.
Jamaica goal scored by number 12, Karen Healy-Silcott. Assisted by number 15, Karina Mahorn. Time of the goal,
Karina Mahorn getting the assist there. Let's give her credit on the dime that she gave up to Coach Karen Healy-Silcott. Coach Silcott also spent some time coaching at Bryant University. UMass and Bryant, women's lacrosse, they're good. Now Karen Healy-Silcott trying to bring Howard University, a historically black college university in Washington, D.C., elevating the women's lacrosse program there. Howard University doing a wonderful job supporting. My friend Josh Fike is the head athletic trainer there. Their football program on the rise, their lacrosse program on the rise. So great to see. The officials reminding, 4 meters behind. They are sticklers about that. Greta White with the ball, giving it up to Mercedes O'Neill. Argentina looking to go up 3-1 here in the first quarter. Greta White is in. Greta White shoots and scores. Beautiful pick. White gets open, and Greta White puts Argentina up 3-1. I love the spirit. Both sides beautifully supporting their players. Lots of Argentine fans here as well as Jamaica fans. If you're in the area, come join us.
Time of the goal, 4:31 in the first quarter.
Argentina 4 shots on goal to Jamaica's 2, but Jamaica has scored on both of their shots. Jamaica had 2 shots, and 2 shots have been on goal. That's what you're looking for, the shots on goal. It's like when you're playing soccer on the 10x10 frame. Because why? Because the ball has a chance to go in. Shots on goal, important as you're coaching. On frame, the goal cage, 6 feet by 6 feet. Nowhere near as big as a soccer goal at 10x10. Or 10x12, it's 10x12 for soccer. All right, Jamaica doesn't want to get too far behind there. They're down 3-1. Argentina pressing out. Good help side defense. Oh, Karina Mahorn just misses. Coach Silcott, Healy Silcott, imploring Jamaica to get to the end line first. The team that's closest to the end line on a shot maintains possession. It's so awesome to see Karen coaching and playing at the same time for Jamaica. What are we all doing to raise the level of the game here? I know what Karen Healy Silcott is doing. Thank you. Jamaica. Everybody loves to play. It's such a joyful game. And there is a free position shot given to Jamaica. Number 24 for Jamaica will take this. Jada Williams, our player to watch. Williams against Salguera. Whistle. Woman v. woman, there's a shot. Oh! Rockets off of Salguera's helmet. Thank goodness she has a helmet on. You'll see two helmets on the field, and they're on both goalies for a reason. But I tell you, there was a really good, Jada Williams had some velocity on that shot. Love to see it. Argentina picks up the ground ball, and quickly. Why is it the fastest game on 2 feet? Take a look. Number 14 for Argentina wheels in. Maria Penaloza. Unfortunately, the ball hits the turf. But maintain possession for Argentina, foul on Jamaica. Argentina takes their time.
Red flag. Red flag.
No shot clock in international lacrosse. One of the several rule changes we'll go over if you're a new viewer. And we don't assume you've all been here this week for all the games. Number 18, that's Sophia Gross. Possession, Jamaica. The official give it to Shannon Graham, and she distributes beautifully. Oh, Sophia, Michael, 1v1. And she doesn't get the shot off in time. I too was a little, did not know.
With the score.
The end of the first quarter, folks, and we have a good one here. Argentina 3, Jamaica 1. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the 2022 World Lacrosse Women's World Championships here on ESPN.
So, people can get a free Samsung Galaxy S22 when they trade in a Galaxy. Any year, any condition.
Oh, I get it. So you can take your old phone that you've had for 12 years and loved every minute of and trade it in for something new that suits your life now?
That's right, yeah.
Then enjoy immediate success, even though you'll never forget your old phone, ever.
It's a great trade.
Life-changing.
Get a free Samsung Galaxy S22 with any Galaxy trade-in. Any year, any condition. Only at AT&T.
When safe drivers save for not answering their phone while driving, they feel like a big deal.
Did you get the ice?
Even if they forgot the ice. Save up to 30% on auto insurance with USAA Safe Pilot. Get a quote today.
A Whopper for her, for him, and everybody? With creamy avocado spread, crispy bacon, seasoned tortilla strips, and spicy sauce, the Southwest Bacon Whopper makes any moment Whopper-worthy. The Southwest Bacon Whopper, only at Burger King.
Well, look who it is. The Serena Williams, having her some breakfast. You think the goat eats regular eggs? Nope. Her eggs are made from plants, because she has nutritionists, scientists, trainers, and whatever this guy does, very interesting. Curating her protein intake so she stays fueled for superhuman performance.
Ça va bien?
And she speaks French.
Moi, je prends un petit déjeuner.
Plant-based eggs for Madame Le Goat. Just egg. Really good eggs.
I was sitting at a red light, and I don't remember nothing else till I woke up in the hospital. My name's Carl, and I was injured by a tractor and trailer.
Carl was paralyzed from the waist down because a truck driver wasn't paying attention.
If it wasn't for Dina, I wouldn't have my truck. I wouldn't have my track chair. She just took care of everything that had to be done.
That's what makes us different, and that's why people call Colombo Law. Hurt by a truck? Call Colombo Law.
I don't know what I'd do if it wasn't for Dina.
Kelly Ripa hosts the family trivia game that challenges each generation.
Name this handsome model with long hair.
Thor?
It's a battle of the ages. Generation Gap premieres tonight at 9/8 Central on ABC.
You never know what awaits on the world's grandest stage. Because here, the greatest city and the greatest fans fuel the greatest performances you'll ever see.
How's that for an ending? And welcome back to the 2022 World Lacrosse Women's Championships. Let's highlight the Argentine coach while we're at it. That is Holly Riley. Doing a wonderful job serving the game of lacrosse. Holly played field hockey and lacrosse at Princeton. The Ivy League, that perennial, every year, good in just about every sport, but particularly women's lacrosse and women's field hockey. They are usually one of the top 2 teams in the Ivies. Just a spirit of excellence in all the Ivies, but in Princeton, at Princeton I noticed particularly their sports teams excel. We're about to hit the draw control circle again, and we've got a new draw control specialist. That's number 9, Greta White. She does it all. And I believe that's number 24 again, Jada Williams for Jamaica. The draw controls 3 for Jamaica, 2 for Argentina. A good first quarter. We're about to start the second quarter here. Jamaica, Argentina, Towson, Maryland. Beautiful teaching going on by the officials here. I believe that's our lead official, Annika Altenheim. Comes Greta White, number 9. There's Sophia Michael. They play so well with each other. There's number 1, Mercedes O'Neill. Any one of those 3 can light up the scoreboard. Here comes Mercedes O'Neill. And again, it's a violation. And there's a card. Again, they're keeping the players safe. Number 15, Karina Mahorn, having a little discussion with the official. And the official says, go take a seat. Oh, it's not Karina, it's number 13.
Yellow card on Jamaica, number 13, Tahira Williams.
Tahira Williams. Again, the cross can't go anywhere near the head or neck. You've got to keep these players safe. It looks like Mercedes O'Neill on the 11-meter mark. She pulls it out. And there's a shot and a score. There is the tricky hat trick. Number 22, Sophia Michael. Sophia stepping on the field for Team Argentina out of Crofton, Maryland. Making an impact right here. Coach Riley with the high fives. Just how you like it coming out of a break. Meanwhile, Megan McDonough, the assistant coach, teaching, always instructing. You love to see it.
22, Sophia Michael. That's a hat trick on the day. Time of the goal, 14:09 in the second period.
It's a hat trick. I wonder how many people are like, what? What is a hat trick? Why do they call it a hat trick? What's that have to do with 3? Well, it is 3 goals. Sophia Michael has a hat trick. And in other action, the Netherlands continues to lead China 12-7. Sophia Gross Yeah, not much time over there at Johnny Unitas Stadium with the Netherlands up in the fourth quarter, about 4 minutes to go. And Greta White misplaces the ball and scooped up by Jamaica. Great speed, and Sophia Michael, just what a disruptor. Got that ball back for Argentina. There's the look inside, and a shot and a score. Not to be denied. Number 8, Brisa Oviedo. The left-handed shot by Brisa.
Argentina.
I have seen several of the beautiful blue and white to my right. Several, which it always reminds me of, the number 10s, whether you're talking about Maradona, the great soccer player, or one of my favorites to watch, Lionel Messi. He is a little genius. If you've never seen him play, please watch that man, especially taking set pieces. Amazing athlete. Back to the draw control circle we go here. Argentina up 5-1 over Jamaica. Exactly what Jamaica needs to do.
Assisted by number 10.
Win the draw control. Number 15, Karina Mahorn for Jamaica. Number 12, the only goal scorer for Jamaica, player coach Karen Healy-Silcott. They're going to need her leadership. More goals from her. Oh, that one sneaks through the zone. There's a shot and a score. Gorgeous upper left, rifling top shelf, where Grandma keeps the candy jar. Jamaica on the board. Again, Argentina leads 5-2 as we move forward in this second quarter. Look at the joy. Look at the happiness. Number 10, Alicia Thaxter.
Jamaica goal scored by number 11, Alicia Davis. Assisted by number 10, Alicia Thaxter.
Alicia on the assist, Alicia Davis. With the score, number 11, hometown Charleston, West Virginia. Not far from here, I'm sure her friends and family will be here. I'd say it's about an hour and a half away from Towson, Maryland, which is about 25 miles north of the beautiful Baltimore Inner Harbor. Ravens Stadium, Camden Yards location. I submit to you, Oriole Park at Camden Yards, one of the best ballparks in Major League Baseball if you get a chance to catch a game. There's Sophia Michael far side. Sophia Michael just artful in her dodging, artful in her stick work, artful in her movements. You can tell Sophia Michael been around the block of the game of lacrosse quite a bit. There's a look inside, not to be denied, is Greta White. Greta White, our player to watch, number 9, racks up another goal for Argentina. They take the lead 6-2. There's a rope. Greta White, you think she has some velocity in that 6? She sure does. How fun is that? Back to back, Jamaica, Argentina, goal, goal.
Time of the goal, 9:14 in the second period.
It's such a fun game, folks. Teach your daughters, guardians, parents to play this game. It's not hard. The stick work requires some technicalities, but basically you're running with the ball and a stick. Lacrosse belongs to the Iroquois Nation. It began in the Iroquois Nation. It is the creators' game. The Team Haudenosaunee is here. Their anthem is wonderful. And it's so awesome to see over 500 athletes playing the creators' game, lacrosse. Jamaica bringing the ball in, number 14, We're talking speed, Felicia Dixon. And there's your goal scorer, player coach, setting him up. Take your time. Let's get set. One thing you can't teach is speed, and Jamaica, it looks like, has a lot of it. And frankly, if you know your opponent is faster than you, which most people are faster than me, you just back up. There's a shot inside. Look at that rope. Number 24, Jada Williams, our player to watch. What a goal by Jada Williams. I believe that's Jada's second goal on the day.
Goal,
and Team Jamaica.
Goal scored by number 24, Jada Williams. Assisted by number 11, Alicia Davis.
Ah, Alicia Davis, number 11 with the assist. Let's give her some credit. As we hear the horn, and there is a break on the field. 6-3 is our score here at Towson University in Towson, Maryland. What a game we have as everybody gets a hydration break. Always imploring you, youngsters, water and salt before you play. Before you play, pre-hydrate so you're not cramping when you're on the field. And there, folks, is our hat trick performer, Sophia Michael. 3 goals on the day already, and we're not even at halftime yet. Perhaps in the Jamaican huddle, there's some discussion about help side defense on number 22, Sophia Michael. Let's make someone else beat us. And that someone else is probably gonna be number 9, Greta White, or number 1, Mercedes O'Neal. We don't know, that's why we're here. And there's a good look at player coach Karen Healy-Silcott. Thank you for your services. Karen, the head coach at Howard University. I believe this is her second year. Howard University in DC, not far away, 52 miles. Washington, DC, south of Baltimore. Philadelphia, about 52 miles north of our location here in Towson, Maryland. And of course, the greatest city in the world, I'm reminded, is the city of Annapolis. And it is gorgeous, it is beautiful, the state capital. New York City, about 3.5 hours north. Lots to see here in this mid-Atlantic region if you come to join us. Right now, back to the draw control. Beautiful legal draw. Won by Jamaica. And again, that is a card, a cross to the head neck area. Number 10 will take a seat. Number 10, Milena Istures. Mila Istures, public announce addresser, right on it with the correct pronunciation. All right, Jamaica gonna spread things out. Oh, and there's another rocket. That time, Silguera on top of it. Again, you saw a high shot to her stick, which was already high. Silguera did not have to guess. That's why I encourage you to learn. When you're learning, change your levels. Lift your chin up, pretend you're going high, shoot low. Drop your stick head, pretend you're going low, and go high. If you have the time to do so. Oh, the Jamaican defense is swarming. It's an effective strategy. You really, ideal if you watch Team Japan, one of their first passes is to a cutter already cutting in the midfield. And then somebody's already cutting in the attack. 3 passes and they're in the attack. As opposed to trying to run the ball 90 yards. Jamaica is going to track you down, okay? So let the ball do the work, 30 yards, 30 yards. But that means you have to move Argentina. All right, free position shot here for Jamaica. Silguera set, whistle. Oh, a good idea. Once you pull the ball out, there should be attackers. Oh, I love those neon boots by number 3, Gabrielle Small. The neon green boots. And it is a shot and a save. Number 11 there. That's Alicia Davis took a shot. Good save by Silguera, who is bending over like, ay. Number 13. Oh, see, those ground balls are not easy to pick up. And there's Jamaica swiftly in to swoop in. And oh boy, there's St. Mary's City, Maryland, just right on time. Taylor Irwin, number 1. St. Mary's City not far from Annapolis. That ball kept him out. Now there's an example. 30-yard pass, and they're in. And you're gonna save your energy. Take two steps instead of 57 steps. Jamaica working around. No shot clock. They're in their 5th game right now. You better believe they're getting comfortable. I hear a whistle, but I'm not. Jamaica maintains possession. Karina Mahorn is in. Always play the whistle, folks. Karina wanted one there, didn't get one. She's in, and she hits the post. Number 11, that would be Alicia Davis. I love the ambient mic. ESPN doing, and our production crew doing such a terrific job this week. Player coach Silcott behind, Healy Silcott behind the cage. Karen gives it up top to Alicia Davis. Alicia Davis, forgive me. Karina shot before the ball was in her stick. Ball back to Jamaica. Cross in and around the sphere of the head. The official, when that hand of the official goes towards the head, that's the call. You can find the international instruction signals in the guidebook that they give you when you walk in. Good shot of the boots. There's a shot. Nice save by Silguera. Oh, and there's Sophia Michael met by number 1, Taylor Irwin, saying, hello, how are you doing? Taylor Irwin, defender. We talked about Sophia Michael is going to get some attention as a result of her hat trick. And I believe we're going to see another yellow card.
Yellow card on number 14 for Jamaica. Felicia Dixon for dangerous play.
Felicia Dixon getting the card for dangerous play is the call. I think there are about like 16 to 20 different hand signals. I love that you saw Sophia Michael look behind her. Taylor Irwin was on her back. And we have a final from Johnny Unitas Stadium, 13-8, the Netherlands beating China. Good intercept on the inside, and Argentina off the turnover. Number 23 for Argentina scores. That's Brisa Megarejo. There are 2 on the roster, and I believe they are Sister Dulce and Brisa Megarejo. From Rawson, Chubut, Argentina.
Goal for Argentina, scored by number 23, Teresa Meneghello.
I stand corrected there, R3. Forgive me, Bianca. Number 16, Bianca Meneghello. That might be a record. Although there might be 3 sisters on the team for Puerto Rico. I love it. There's a lot of families on all the teams. Argentina, Greta White, as they go woman up, looking to add an 8th goal to their total. White, and there's another pass. Oh, and a save. Sophia Michaels, so quick on picking that ball up. Beats Shannon Graham. Woman up. Argentina capitalizes on the penalty. And they take a lead 8-3 as we take a listen. And the PA, I love it. Did you hear that in the background? Goal, Argentina. We broadcasting nerds love that. It adds to the joy of the game. The goal call extended. Andres Cantor, if I have that right.
Red flag. Red flag.
Greta White, another draw control win for Argentina. As we look at that stat, I believe it's 7-6 now. Jamaica still in the lead on the draw control. But the scoreboard says Argentina 8, Jamaica 3. 21 seconds, folks, to go till halftime. Argentina on the give and go. Greta White fires top 90 right over Shannon Graham's left shoulder. I believe it will count. There will be a stick check of Greta White. If you're wondering why the stick goes down after every goal score, there is a stick check. The referees are making sure that the cross is the proper dimension, shallow. The top of the lacrosse ball must be seen over the sidewall of the cross. Maybe on the next goal, our guys will get a shot and gals will get a shot for you. For now, 16 seconds, plenty of time to score. I've seen as fast as 3 seconds a goal scored. White in the draw control circle against Jamaica. Catch that number. 24 again, Jada Williams for Jamaica. Five, 4, and that'll do it. Greta White will run out the first half. That is the end of your second quarter. The horn sounds. Our score here in Towson, Maryland, Argentina 9, Jamaica 3. You are watching the 2022 World Lacrosse Women's World Championships here on ESPN. We'll be right back.
Sport that features short, action-packed games played on a smaller field with fewer players.
Yo, I see it all before. Here goes Tiger Justice Sharp with the bended knee. My main man, Money the King. Hey, nothing. I ain't see.
Fans can see the game that
Okay, old
players and
school.
coaches
Have you seen
bring
someone ball like John Morant? You know you can't. You've never seen anyone like a thing. The point guard, Queen, Sky, or Chloe Kim. Do you know there's never been anyone else like them? Look, OG, no disrespect. I know you think you've seen everything, but you ain't seen nothing yet. Checkmate.
As a women's only lacrosse brand, Brine is dedicated to creating equal opportunity and exposure in women's lacrosse and producing technical products to help players finish their competition. Don't believe us? Stay with us. Watch us.
Every player knows the skills you you earn on the field can be the foundation for anything you choose to do in life.
Thank you for the sweat, the tears, the pride, and for the celebration we share.
When I reach for a stick, it's like I'm shaking hands with history. Thank you for connecting me to a greater community.
It's more than a game to me. It's a gift to be a positive force in young athletes' lives. And I'm thankful I can help the next generation develop a love for the sport.
When I was his age, those moments on the field meant everything. Thank you for giving us a way to stay connected, even as they get older.
We're growing beyond goals on the field.
And our futures are united.
Would you give me the opportunity to fuel aspirations
and to ignite potential?
So thank you, Lacrosse.
For inspiring me to be me.
We are better,
safer,
and wiser together.
And we're building a stronger future
for everyone.
And welcome back, Lacrosse fans. Taking a seat they are is Argentina with a comfortable 9-3 lead here over Jamaica. Jamie Watson here with you. Happy, thrilled, honored, humbled to be here with you. Calling this game, the Women's World Lacrosse Women's Championship, just terrific. 29, we've got number 9, Greta White. We highlighted her in the beginning. She now has a hattie. Yes, that rhymes with a natty. I just made that up. And 3 goals, hat trick, Greta White. She did come into this game as the leading point getter with 12 points, but Sophia Michael's been terrific today. She now has 4 goals. Argentina sort of showing that they've got a little bit more experience, and they are leading, as I said, 9-3 very comfortably. The weather, the clouds are darkening a little bit, but I see no rain, and that's all that matters. We are taking a little bit longer here at halftime. They are getting extended water breaks, which I am always in favor of, not just for the players, but the officials. They're out there running around, but all in all, a very comfortable day here. Fantastic, and I'm just still chuckling at a north wind. I mean, if you've ever spent any extended time here in Baltimore in July, July what, 7th, 7 today? It is very warm and humid, so this is a wonderful reprieve for these players who, you know, they are working very hard out on the field, sweating. They're, you know, sweating. So they are replenishing currently right now, and we are at halftime, 9-3. Johnny Unitas Stadium. We've got some great games ahead for you coming up on all of these fields. I see over to my right at Tiger Field, another game going on in Johnny Unitas Stadium. The semifinals are here, folks. So I believe this evening, your top 4 teams, USA, Canada, England, I want to say Australia. So the final 4 kind of as it's expected. I believe that is exactly seeds 1 through 4. USA, Canada, 1 and 2. 3, England, 4, Australia. So anything can really happen. The United States has just been, I mean, I really thought Japan was going to give them a game last night. Not so much. I mean, maybe the stage was pretty big, but still, Japan is crushing it. And I think that the top 3 teams continue to dominate. It's that middle of the pack, right where where we are here today. The middle of the pack is elevating their game to bring more parity to the top. And as a fan myself, I love to see more parity in any sport, no matter what you're talking about. And it's growing. The game is growing. Thank you, World Lacrosse. Thank you, USA Lacrosse, for hosting this here. And while I'm on the little nugget, did you know the host nation has not won? So people are asking constantly of the United States, are you worried? You are hosting the host nation has never won. And Taylor Cummings replied, not worried at all, which I love that response. She's just not giving it any energy. And they're playing like it. I don't know if you noticed, but you know, from me to you, fan to fan, it would be in the back of my head for sure. Australia and the United States are the only teams that have won this World Championship, and they've each done it on each other's soil. So we'll see what happens. Tune in tonight on ESPN2 for your semifinal matchup. I know I'll be watching. Just when you get to those two top seeds and you're like, fastest game on 2 feet, watch. You watch. I mean, literally, Lizzie Colson for the United States, I think she could run track somewhere at Division I. So that's how fast she is. Anyway, we're going to throw it out to a break, and when we come back, we're going to bring you some more lacrosse. We've got the second half coming up. Thanks so much for joining us. You're watching the 2022 World Lacrosse Women's World Championships here on ESPN.
A Whopper for her, for him, and everybody? With creamy avocado spread, crispy bacon, seasoned tortilla strips, and spicy sauce, the Southwest Bacon Whopper makes any moment Whopper worthy. The Southwest Bacon Whopper, only at Burger King.
When you're healthy, you're ready for anything. Amazon Halo. Improve your fitness, nutrition, sleep, and more.
The truth is, after a truck crash, the odds are stacked against you, especially when you take on a large trucking company and their insurance companies. You only get one chance to do this right, and you have to make it count. Hire the team that knows what it takes to get the job done and done right. At Colombo Law, we are truck injury lawyers. It's what we do every day. When someone is hurt by a truck, Colombo Law is the law firm people call to get answers. Hurt by a truck? Call Colombo Law.
Jake Gyllenhaal here just did a new workout only famous people know about. Now he's refueling with some eggs from plants. So while you're just discovering Pilates, celebrities like my man Jake are doing underwater jujitsu or something like that and crushing plant-based protein to stay in superstar shape. Oh look, it's time for his galactic robo night training. Those sexiest man awards don't win themselves, baby. Just egg. Really good eggs.
Here's a little question for you. Why are there interstate highways in Hawaii?
Yo, I was wondering, why does quicksand work so slowly?
They should call it then slow sand.
Shouldn't the word ambiguous have more than one meaning?
What if we made the first thing you want other drivers to notice unnoticeable until they turn on?
Question everything. We did. It's your journey in the Hyundai Tucson, our best Tucson ever.
Any woman would throw herself at my feet if she knew I had a spoon like this.
Well, most modern women have access to spoons already.
We live in a time of miracles.
FX's What We Do in the Shadows premieres Tuesday at 10 on FX. Stream on Hulu.
And welcome back into the Women's World Championship. It's a raucous crowd here. We've got a few halftime stats to share with you. The draw controls are even. The goals, obviously 9-3. But Jamaica's played well. The shots on goal have just been more accurate for Argentina. And there we have the spirited Argentine fans. Beautiful. Love to see the Carolina blue. The woman in front, she's got her Lionel Messi shirt on. We had some few words about one of the greatest players to ever play the game. Right now, look at the smiles on that face. Look at the little girl on the left. That's who we're here for. All the girls who, they see it, they can be it. I love it. That's what we're all about, you know, being role models for young girls who can grow up. But I want to be like Charlotte North. I want to be like Sophia Michael. I want to be like Karina Mahorn. I want to be like Karen Silcott. It's Karen Haley Silcott, forgive me. Please come see us. You will not be disappointed, and it's not 900 degrees today. It's beautiful, lovely. Tickets are available. Tonight is going to be electric. It's going to be comfortable. 7 o'clock, the United States takes on Australia. That's going to be an amazing rematch of the 2017 World Championships. 9 p.m., excuse me. Canada will take on the number 3 seed, England. England's my dark horse. I think that they have the ability to beat Canada, but they're going to have to play very, very well. And off to my right, I love it. We've got Ireland versus Hong Kong, China. And then that's got you set up. And when we come back here, we'll have the draw control for the second half. Don't go anywhere, folks. You are watching the 2022 World Lacrosse Women's World Championships on ESPN.
We want the gold medal. We've been dreaming of it our entire lives. But this summer, we want more. We have an opportunity together to change the sport and women's athletics for the better. The eyes of the lacrosse community will be on us. Never has this sport been more popular. Never has this platform been bigger. So what's this about? A team of talented women with a shared goal. Inspiring a new generation, one whose identity is a sense of pride and not a limitation. Relentlessly pursuing equity in our sport and beyond, we want the greatness of all women's athletes to shine. The world will be watching. Let's put on a show. This is more than a medal. Are you with us?
Fasten your seatbelt.
The game you've always loved just found a new gear.
Introducing World Lacrosse Sixes.
It's speed and scoring.
Tempo and transition.
Athleticism and action.
It's big-time energy packed onto a smaller playing surface.
It's the game you've always loved, brought to you at warp speed.
It's lacrosse on the Autobahn.
Don't blink. This is World Lacrosse Sixes.
Welcome back in, fans, lacrosse fans. I didn't think it would be long. There's the Jamaica fans giving their players a big pump up. And there's Alejandra De Jesus, number 4. I wonder if we'll see her. Currently, it's still Segura, who's having a great half. I wanted to mention about, out of that commercial break, the popularity of the sport of lacrosse. It really has never been more popular, which has been noted by the historical number of viewers on ESPN, 428,000 for the women's national championship game. I watched it, and what a game it was. At one point, almost 600,000 viewers. That's over 500,000 viewers, people. Thank you, ESPN, and thank you for tuning in today. We are watching not NCAA lacrosse players, but the world stage here. 9-3 as we go into the third quarter. Plenty of time for Jamaica to get back into this contest. And you better believe head coach, player coach, Karen Healy-Silcott had a few words about that at halftime. First thing they need to do is put some goals in the back of the net for Argentina. There's a beautiful caused turnover by number 1, Taylor Irwin. Look at those wheels. Greta White keeping up with her. Irwin doing a nice job. Irwin says, that's my ball. Interesting, I thought that was a wonderful chest strap. I guess you cannot do that. I know you can't kick it. You can kick it in the NCAA, but you cannot kick it internationally. And I guess you cannot purposely play the ball with your chest either. And all that means is gotta get really good with your stick work. Get that cross to catch that ball, and it's not a foul. Jamaica still has the ball. Turnovers, Jamaica 11, Argentina just 7. Gonna have to clean that up in the second half here if you're Jamaica and you want to get back in it. The other thing you need to do when you're first learning the game is to cradle the ball. It keeps the ball in the grass. Look at Coach Healy-Silcott. Watch everything she does. She will show you what needs to be done. Number 11 having a good game today, Alicia Davis. Karina Mahorn is in. Karina shoots just wide left. The foul was called, but she got off the shot. Backed up by Jamaica. And they'll get another shot at it. That's what they need, multiple attempts on goal. There's number 24. Good game by Jada Williams today. Karina Mahorn with the ball, number 15. Top of the 11-meter fan, which is about 36 feet from goal. Here's Karen Silcott in a shot, and she's fouled, but because she got the shot off. Good save by Silguera, and here comes Team Argentina. There's a beautiful outlet pass to Mercedes O'Neal. Mercedes O'Neal, the leading goal scorer. Haven't heard much from her today, but there's still the entire second half left for Mercedes O'Neal, number 1, to make her mark. Change of possession there, no foul. Officials let that one go. Physical play is allowed. Legal physical play. Sophia Gross, Mercedes O'Neal, far side. A look inside, not to be denied. Guess who? Greta White. She joins Sophia Michael in the 4-goal scoring club. Cuatro. 14. 4 goals each, no matter how you say it, in whatever language you say it. Argentina taking a commanding 10-3 lead here.
Hat-trick in the match, assisted by number 8, Brisa Oviedo. Time of the goal, 11:14 in the third period.
Number 8, let's give her some credit. Brisa Oviedo on the assist. It's a team sport, let's face it. Jamaica doing all they can. They do have 12 shots. Argentina's got 14. They're right there with them. Silguera, the goalkeeper, says, that's because I'm having a good day. She has denied several shots on goal for Jamaica. Again, one thing they need to do, watch out from behind, is change levels. They need to be more deceptive in their shot making to get the ball past Silguera. Deflected pass by number 5, Cara Jade Gordon, unable to reel that in. Part of the game. Not all passes are perfect, and as a result, there are just, you gotta continue to work hard. Good ground ball by Jamaica. Tahira Williams. Tahira Williams bringing it in. Got to keep cradling, keep that ball in possession. What's cradling? Right hand by the left, left-handed by the right, depending on what your dominant is. And back and forth in front of you. There we go. There's a little bit of it. That's number 5 for Jamaica. Our player to watch, Kara Jade Gordon. Kara, left, wheels right. Does a nice job with her jabbing of each foot. That's a good shot by number 24, Jada Williams. Jada Williams says, let me through. She wasn't asking either. Alicia Williams up top. Ireland and Hong Kong, China. A good one going over at the stadium. 2 apiece. But stay here. We've got a good one here for you as Team Jamaica shines. Karina Mahorn, and she scores upper 90. Perfect timing, Karina Mahorn. Got to drop that stick. Jamaica, they can get right back in it, folks. They have the draw controls. Okay, it is tied at 8. And they have the speed. They have the ability to beat defenders.
Unassisted. Time of the goal, 7:57 in the third.
And frankly, the weather is just perfect for neither team looks fatigued. I mean, they are hydrated. They look fresh. And of course, we should probably take a hydration break right when I say that. Look at Greta White. She looks ready to rumble. Some might argue, I know there's people that might say, really, it's cloudy, 70 degrees, you know, but the humidity here is about 90%. It's the only thing I can think of. We don't make these decisions, but I'm all for them. Argentina leading in the ground ball stat, Jamaica 12. Jamaica's right there with them stat-wise. It's right, and 15 shots for Jamaica, 14 for Argentina. As we look at these stats, what's the difference? It's Silguera, the goalkeeper for Argentina, and Jamaica just needs to be a little bit more deceptive in their shot making. We've seen some great shot making, okay? Mahorn and number 24, Jada Williams, plenty of velocity on their shots. They put ropes into the upper right and upper left of that 6'6" cage. They have to be more intentional about their goal scoring. Sometimes you get a little wrapped up in your offensive set and spreading things out and, you know, working the ball around. Right now, Jamaica's got to be thinking goals, goals, goals. I love it. I love to hear both sides chants. I try not to talk over them as they speak to their players, their home countries. It means so much to them on the field as we hit the draw control circle, to hear their native language, to hear their people encouraging them. Thank you so much to all of them for coming out, and thank you for everyone watching around the world. I'm sure Jamaica is cheering at home. Kingston all over Jamaica, and of course in Argentina, Buenos Aires. Watching here on ESPN, the platform has never been bigger. And here's Mahorn, plays out of Detroit Mercy, a very good Division I program. Karina, I'm sure thrilled to be here representing Jamaica in their very first World Games Women's World Championship. Oh, beautiful fake by Karina. One of many, by the way, I hope to come. There's a terrific cut. Picked up nicely on the ground ball. Unfortunately, Alicia Thaxter wasn't able to make the catch, but she tracked it down. Now Mahorn. Waiting. Maybe Mahorn wants them to clear out. We need some movement. Some looks inside. There's a look inside, not to be denied, and a goal by number 5, Kara Jade Gordon. Kara Jade comes in leading goal scorer with 6 goals and 13 draw controls. And she gives Team Jamaica and their fans something to cheer about here. It's 10-4.
Kara Gordon, assisted by number 10, Alicia Thaxter. Time of the goal, 6:13 in the third quarter.
And it's a beautiful thing to see 5 different goal scorers, which is exactly the case for Team Jamaica. You can't just mark one person. When all 5 are scoring, everybody has to play good defense, and that's what you want. As Team Argentina begins their chant, we're in the draw control circle. Sticks need to be horizontal to the ground. It looks like Greta White. And for Jamaica, number 11, Alicia Davis. And Jamaica wins the draw control. Jamaica on a little bit of run here. Last 2 goals, can they make it 3 in a row? A different kind of hat trick. Good things come in 3s. Lacrosse is a game of runs. Ireland takes the lead over Hong Kong, China, 4-2. There's a look inside. Unfortunately, unable to keep that in the stick, but Kara Jade Gordon, terrific cut inside. Again, the signal from the referee, when the referee combs from the back to the front of her head, that means the cross has penetrated the sphere around the head that is not to be penetrated, disturbed. Here comes Mercedes O'Neal. She'll bring some wheels to the midfield. Three minutes to go here in the third. And Mercedes O'Neal fouled, but a little frustrated is Mercedes O'Neal, not able to get on the board yet. Looking at Argentina, White with 4, Michael with 4, Brisa Oviedo with 1, and Brisa Megajejo with 1. Free position shot, whistle, in, Mercedes pulls it back out. Mercedes O'Neal, she understands. I'm sure all she cares about is the W at the end of the game. She doesn't need to be on the leaderboard. She's out there contributing. It's a team sport, no I in team. Wow, what a catch. Terrific save. Shannon Graham up to the task. Graham picks up the ball. As Jamaica attempts one of the most important parts of the game, and that's the clear. Successfully transporting the ball from the defensive third to the attacking third. Currently in midfield is number 7, Brittany Chin for Jamaica. Brittany's got all eyes, well done. And that is what we call a successful clear. Player coach Karen Healy-Silcott directing traffic. Karina Mahorn gives it up. Alicia Davis. Jamaica 4 games under their belt. They're getting comfortable the more they go. And there's a shot. Unfortunately, Alicia Davis unable to get the ball to her left side. And we tend to stay with our dominant side. Clearly she's right-handed. And the goalkeeper just took away that shot, that angle. Silguera playing smart in goal. Jamaica doing everything right, though, to get to goal, to get the shot on goal. They currently lead in shots on goal with 18 to Argentina's 16. Oh, and there's a good save by Shannon Graham. Denied number 7, Cynthia Silguera. There's a pass into the goal circle, shot high. I believe that is number 23 for Argentina, Brisa Megarejo. And the red, that means we're under 30 seconds, folks, and we remind you the clock will stop. First 3 quarters, under 30 seconds in international play. And in the 4th quarter, it will stop with 2 minutes to go. Oh, and that Greta White, she doesn't miss. Inside Greta White, all of her momentum going to the right, and she flicks it back to the left. That's what we call good technique. Goalkeeper moving the way, following the cross, and she sends it back across her body. That is the 11th goal for Argentina. Jamaica 5, unassisted by Greta White. I believe that's her 5th of the match. Why, yes, it is. Our producer always right on the correct players to watch. Greta White, her star is shining out here today for Argentina. Number 9, making it happen for the blue and white, Argentina. Oh, what a beautiful roll dodge spin to get out of trouble. It's beautiful art, beautiful dancing. Oh, good give and go. And a shot left-handed. You see that, young one? She moved it to her left hand so she could get that shot off. And there is the horn.
That's
the end of the third quarter. Your score, ladies and gentlemen, Argentina 11, Jamaica 5. When we come back, we'll have the 4th quarter for you. You're watching the 2022 World Lacrosse Women's World Championships on ESPN.
In 2023.
Well, look who it is. The Serena Williams, having her some breakfast. You think the goat eats regular eggs? Nope. Her eggs are made from plants, because she has nutritionists, scientists, trainers, and whatever this guy does, very interesting, curating her protein intake so she stays fueled for superhuman performance.
Ça va bien?
And she speaks French.
Moi, je prends un petit déjeuner.
Plant-based eggs for Madame Le Goat. Just egg. Really good eggs.
I was sitting at a red light, and I don't remember nothing else till I woke up in the hospital. My name's Carl, and I was injured by a tractor and trailer.
Carl was paralyzed from the waist down because a truck driver wasn't paying attention.
If it wasn't for Dina, I wouldn't have my truck. I wouldn't have my track chair. She just took care of everything that had to be done.
That's what makes us different, and that's why people call Colombo Law. Hurt by a truck? Call Colombo Law.
I don't know what I'd do if it wasn't for Dina.
You never know what awaits on the world's grandest stage. Because here, the greatest city and the greatest fans feel the greatest performances you'll ever see.
Lots of celebs in the house.
And the show-stopping action isn't confined to the court. So be more than a witness to the spectacular. Because here, you can be a part of it.
How's that for an ending? So, I promise to destroy the world.
this Friday.
The galaxy needs its guardians.
Who said this would be a relaxing holiday? The Summer of Love.
Today, it will go down in history.
And Thunder begins.
Today, we'll fight!
This is my vow. Oh God, Shrunta.
That may or may not be catastrophic for the whole universe.
Thor, Love and Thunder. Rated PG-13. In theaters this Friday.
Give us the Derby. For the first time in Hollywood.
The most anticipated home run derby of all time.
Give us the T-Mobile Home Run Derby. Monday, July 18th on ESPN.
MLS Heineken Rivalry Week is on ESPN. LAFC versus LA Galaxy. Rivalry over everything. Tomorrow at 10 p.m. Eastern on ESPN.
And welcome back in, lacrosse fans. There was much discussion in both huddles about, how Argentina is going to continue to stay in the lead here and how Jamaica is going to get back into it. One thing I thought was interesting was number 15, Karina Mahorn, in the center of that Jamaica circle, speaking passionately to her team. Meanwhile, player, head coach letting her have that stage. Karen Healy-Silcott. It was a beautiful thing. And on the other side, Holly Riley and assistant coach Nico Prandi from Argentina. Serious, intense faces. I mean, you wouldn't think they were up 11-5 the way they were talking about how we're going to go handle this final quarter. Argentina leading 11-5. Here comes Jamaica. Doing exactly what they need to do. Possess the rock. Karina with the ball. I would imagine Mahorn, player coach with the ball right now. Karen Healy-Silcott will be the players to look for. Here's the set play. Karina Mahorn setting it up out of Detroit Mercy. Very clearly comfortable with the ball in her hands. A look inside, and it goes in. I tell you what, it doesn't matter how it goes in. Look at the roar. I love it. Number 10, Alicia Thaxter will take it out of Kingston, Jamaica.
Goal, Jamaica. Jamaica goal scored by number 15, Karina Mahorn.
Karina Mahorn gets credit for the ball, but number 10, I feel like deflected it, but Karina Mahorn's gonna get credit for it. It was the pass that went into the goal. The pass that was not caught by her teammate goes in the goal anyway. And again, another draw control win for Jamaica. Oh, watch out, here comes Greta White. 1v1, on goal, and a shot to save. Shannon Graham, huge save. Momentum, all with Shannon Graham. That'll give her a ton of confidence. And Jamaica again on the clear. It's so great to see so many individual standout performance within the team game. Alicia Davis bringing it in. Davis with the wheels. Number 3 is in, and she'll take a shot and score. The jump shot. Gorgeous shot, upper 90. I mean, that was within 6 inches of the 6x6 frame. Look at the joy. Every goal should be celebrated like that. Look at those faces. You think they're happy to be here? They are. I love watching them, and there's something different about playing for your country, folks. And you all can imagine it, viewers. We've all been there. Holly Riley, calm, cool on those sidelines. Argentina 11, Jamaica within 4. Plenty of time. Another important draw control if Jamaica can win it. Let's watch. It's Greta White for Argentina. I feel like that's Jada Williams, number 24. Yep, she's been terrific. Oh, what a great stab. Guess who? Mercedes O'Neal. Oh, you haven't called my number? Here you go. Mercedes O'Neal, a top scorer, a top performer for this team. And Argentina will say, let's slow it down and take a breath. Jamaica comes out and says, not so fast. I'm coming for you, Tahira Williams. Now Brittany Chin pressing out. Taylor Irwin, stick up. Beautiful fundamentals by the Jamaican defense. O'Neal. O'Neal. O'Neal versus Dixon. A good matchup to watch. Look at that. Perfect fundamentals by the Jamaican defense. Sticks up, young ones. Always intercepting passes. Well, look at that. That one didn't go in, but there's Sophia Michael, who has 4 goals today, trying for number 5 to match Greta White. That shovel shot has been good to her. 2 goals have gone in. That one wide left. Sophia Michael says, watch this. Oh, she squeezed that one in. Shannon Graham almost got that one. That was about 4 inches she was able to squeeze that in, but did you see the placement? It was non-stick side.
Argentina.
Forgive me, it was stick side, but anything around the waist area. Goalkeepers are used to putting that cross up high or down low, but very rarely that midsection is a good place to aim if you're learning how to score in lacrosse. And Sophia Michael, her 5th goal of the day, accurately gets that one by Shannon Graham. Argentina now fired up. Greta White in the middle. Number 24, Jada Williams with it. Look at that ground ball fight. Jada Williams, no, Cara Jade Gordon, she's in. Left side, and a nice save by Silguera. Picked up, and that one goes in. It trickles in. Silguera almost had back-to-back saves. But a relentless attack by Jamaica. And number 11, Alicia Davis, scores for Jamaica. 12-7, they cut the lead to 5. Oh, excuse me, 12-8. 12-8, and that would be 4, folks. Jamaica, the sideline starting to feel it. Can they win another draw control? That's how they're gonna get back in this game. 1 win, 2 wins, 3 in a row, 3 goals in a row. They know what they have to do. Down 4. Beautiful, beautiful stick catch by our player to watch, Cara Jade Gordon. 7.5 minutes to go. I love watching their celebrations on their goals. Everyone so important. Davis is in, and Davis, another shot to score. Watch out, here comes Jamaica. It's 12-9. It's 3 goals with a ton of time left. Let's not forget, this is Argentina's first appearance as well.
Goal, Jamaica.
Jamaica outscoring Argentina 5-3 in the second half. Exactly what needed to be done. There's a timeout on the field.
By number 11,
I believe Argentina called a timeout there.
Assisted by number 15, Karina Mahorn. That's 4 goals of the match for Davis.
4 goals for Alicia Davis, number 11, out of Charleston, West Virginia. Plays her college ball at Charleston College in West Virginia. Head coach Holly Riley instructing her team, no panic from her. They still have a 3-goal lead and no shot clock. All they need is a draw control, and they can spread out that attack, maintain possession, and frustrate Jamaica. I'm thinking assistant coach Megan McDonough right now saying, we must get possession. If we don't, you must press out and play the best defense you have ever played throughout this whole tournament. Everything you've got right here in these last 7 minutes. It's the beginning of how you get 3 goals on the board to tie this game for Jamaica. Number 24, Jada Williams, back to the draw control circle where she has now a 14 draw control advantage over Argentina with 10. Oh, you can hear the spirit here. Both sides, the fans going wild. Greta White, that wide stance, good. Strong, firm foundation on the draw control. There is a specialty, the draw control. Oh, here's a ground ball. Oh, and it goes for Jamaica. Here's Karina Mahorn. She was the one in the center of that huddle at halftime. There's the player coach. That's a correction, 6-3 outscoring by Jamaica. And there's Davison looking for number 5. Oh, she's in all right. And there's another shot and a score. Somebody's got to stop Alicia Davis. She is unstoppable right now. And the tension mounts here. Still Argentina with a 2-goal lead. It's 12-10. But remember, we talked about lacrosse being a game of runs. Sophia Michael imploring Argentina, we got this. And I bet Sophia Michael has something to say. And there's another timeout, I believe. This time, Argentina. I love the team Jamaica hugging like the game's over. No, there's still a lifetime left, and they're still 2 goals down. One thing that they've done to get back into this game is obviously find the back of the net, but also their defense. They're actually doing a nice job in getting caused turnovers. They're pressing out on Argentina. They're winning ground balls. Ooh. Gotcha. Forgive me, Alicia Davis, 4 goals. Feels like 5. Karina Mahorn with 2. Gabrielle Small with 1. Kara Jade Gordon with 1. Karen Healy-Silcott, I believe, got the first tally. And Jada Williams. Look at that spread out scoring. That's 6 different players. Whereas for Argentina, it's only 4. Greta White with 5. Sophia Michael with 5. Here's the important draw control, folks. Oh, what a terrific catch. I'm not sure of the... They are giving the ball to Argentina here. I missed that hand signal by the official. Forgive me. And here's Sophia Michael. I expect to see her have the ball on her stick. O'Neal, Greta White. Whoa! Look at that tremendous defense. Kara J. Gordon. That is a turnover, folks. Sophia, be careful about heading towards the sideline. It acts like a defender. So while you're only double teamed, you're really triple teamed. Here comes Kara J. Gordon. Help side defense. There's a look inside, and there's a shot and a score. Watch out, folks. Number 10. Oh boy, the joy on Alicia Thaxter, the midfielder. I love it. The face, the roar to heaven, the flex of the arms.
Goal, Jamaica.
Silguera under pressure in the goal. Will we see number 4, De Jesus? De Jesus from Towson, Maryland. She's been terrific this tournament as well. Sometimes you like to shake it up. Watch out, ladies and gentlemen. Here comes Jamaica on the draw control circle. One more time. Jada Williams, Sophia Michael stepping in. Oh, what a terrific fake by Kara. Watch behind. They're gonna call a foul on Brisa Oviedo on that. Brisa must go behind. Jamaica winning those draw controls, folks. That's their 15th. Argentina's 11. I believe Argentina was in the lead in the first half. Now Jamaica leads. 3:27 to go. We've got a 1-goal game here for you, folks. Hang on. Player coach Silcott. Oh, Karina Mahorn. That's unfortunate. You know Karina Mahorn was already headed towards goal. Gotta catch the ball first, young ones. Argentina, still a lifetime to go. Ball on the ground, ground ball, still fighting. Sophia Gross comes up with it for Argentina. There's a really good pass there. Give yourself some time and space. Brisa Oviedo, far side. It's a card. Number 13 for Jamaica, Tahira Williams. It's a good look at Brisa Oviedo, number 8. Seven to 4 on the other field. Ireland leads, Hong Kong, China. And we've got a great one here for you. 2 minutes, 27 seconds. Argentina 12, Jamaica 11. I don't have the amount of time it's been since Argentina scored, but it's been a while. They're looking to change things up. Pretty calm here though. Mercedes O'Neal, Sophia Michael letting everybody know we've got a 1-goal lead here. You've got to come get the ball from us. The clock will stop now, under 2 minutes. Not sure they can play keep away for the full 2 minutes. Here comes Irwin, she's gonna press. Six minutes and 11 seconds of a scoring drought. 5 minutes and 11 seconds, correction, for Argentina. It's not gonna make a difference if Jamaica doesn't press. They've got to get the ball back. They're being patient. They're playing a woman down. which makes it particularly difficult. That's why that was such a big foul. Irwin, terrific job. Taylor Irwin has been the MVP of that defense out of St. Mary's City, Maryland. Taylor, the cause turnover. 1:05 remaining. Taylor Irwin cannot catch her. Her teammates need to show for her. And Karina Mahorn, legal. She tried to catch that with her stick head, not her body. Mahorn's in. Karina dropped that ball. Does she get it back? It's one thing to be spirited and excited. You gotta cradle to keep that ball. Argentina with the, oh my gosh, there's a legal stick check. 26 seconds to go. And Greta White with a stick check. And Shannon Graham comes. Can they get a timeout? 11, 10, under 8. What a game, folks. What a 3 to the very end. And Argentina went, what a terrific lacrosse match. There were no losers here today. We all enjoyed an elite lacrosse game. Do not hang your heads, Jamaica. Final score, Argentina, the joy, the tears, wins 12-11 over Jamaica. Wow, take a breath, folks. Look at the joy on those faces. What a terrific game. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Jamie Watson. Thank you so much, ESPN. You're watching the 2022 World Lacrosse Women's World Championships. The final, one more time, Argentina 12, Jamaica 11.